Imagine spending decades in prison for a crime you didn't commit. Some of these men were just days away from execution. They were innocent, but no one believed them. In 1984, Henry McCollum and Leon Brown were arrested in North Carolina for the brutal murder of an 11-year-old girl. No physical evidence, just a forced confession. McCollum was sentenced to death, Brown to life in prison. They were mentally challenged and had no legal support. 30 years later, DNA tests revealed the real killer, Willie Grimes. McCollum and Brown were released in 2014. They received $75 million in compensation, $10 per hour for 30 years in prison. Is that justice? In 1983, Anthony Porter was sentenced to death in Chicago for a double murder. He spent 16 years on death row, waiting for execution. 2 days before his execution, a group of journalism students uncovered the real killer. Porter was freed in 1999. No compensation was given. He was minutes away from death. But justice was late, not blind. In 1984, Kirk Bloodsworth was accused of killing a 9-year-old girl in Maryland. He was sentenced to death. In 1993, DNA evidence proved his innocence. He became the first U.S. death row inmate exonerated by DNA. Compensation, $300,000, 9 years in a cell for a crime he never committed. While these innocent men were in prison, the real criminals were free. Willie Grimes, free for 30 years. All-Story Simon confessed years later. Kimberly Shea Ruffner found guilty years later. So many innocent lives wasted, while the real killers walked free. What if this happened to you? How many more innocent people are still in prison? Should they have been compensated more? Comment below, like, share, and comment if you believe justice should never be delayed.